Hey everyone, Sarah Strackhouse here with RNC, and I'm here with Leigh Richardson of the Brain Performance Center. How are you, Leigh?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Sarah?
I am doing well. Hungry looking at all this food down here, but we are talking about food today and some of the proper things that we should be choosing to really fuel our bodies, right?
Right. So you look down there and I'm like, oh, the apple. That must be the absolute most, that's got to be the healthiest food there is. And then you ask on your phone, hey Siri, how much sugar is in an apple?
Right.
And you hear 19 grams. I don't think that's the best choice.
No. Making these decisions, I feel like, are so hard, and I know you were kind of talking about it just a few minutes ago before we were doing this, about making the right decisions and why something looks better in our brains, what triggers, right?
There was a study done at Yale University, and they looked at which foods would people spend more money for. And you've got your fats and you've got your carbohydrates, and that's the natural sources of energy that they come in. And what they found is that when you combine those fats and those carbohydrates into things like pizza and ice cream and donuts and chocolate bars, the good stuff. But man, people were really willing to spend money on that. And it had nothing to do with the portion size or anything else. It's just what was the most appealing. And what the study found is that when you combine those fats and those carbs, it's actually more rewarding for the brain.
Wow. That
the brain's like, because it tastes so good.
Right.
Now the scary part of that is, does that mean we're all, can that lead to overweight? And we all know that pizza is worse for us than a baked chicken breast.
Right.
But do we all make that choice? Or do we see, when we see that pizza, and just thinking about it, I can see steam coming up and I can kind of
the
smell,
bubbles.
and get some smell going.
Yeah.
And when I think of a baked chicken breast, what do you think of?
Nothing.
Just this kind of plain white thing,
tasteless,
sitting on a plate. So I do think that how we visualize, and when we're hungry, when you're hungry, you know it. Your stomach's rumbling, and when you start thinking about, ice cream is so hot today. Ice cream would really, really be good. I really need some ice cream. And you start playing that over and over in your head. That's emotional eating. That's not hunger. So I think we have to stop and think about, why are we eating? Are we eating because we're hungry, or because it's comfort food? It makes us feel good.
Right.
And when you look down here, you don't see much comfort food. Now mac and cheese in its finest form definitely can bring on some comfort. So you say that. So what's wrong with the mac and cheese right here? Well, the biggest thing I see wrong with it is it's processed. I think if you wanted to do one thing for your diet to really improve your performance and how your body utilizes the nutrients, it would be to stay away from as much processed food as possible. Like oatmeal. Oatmeal, that makes me think, that's so healthy.
Yeah.
But then I read the back of this bag, and this is cinnamon spice, and it's good. I like it a lot. But how much sugar does it have in it?
Yeah.
And then in today's world, we have so many choices. Oh my gosh. This is something that I found that I really, really like, until I really read the back of that bag. But these are little protein balls, and they're lemon and pistachio. And lemon is so good for your diet. It's antifungal.
And I see protein bowl, and I think healthy, it's
Absolutely.
protein, right?
Absolutely. And then when you read the back of the bag, now this is a little complicated. It doesn't just say sugars, it says carbohydrates that turn into sugar. And you see there's only 6 of these little babies and 17 grams. Wow. That is a whole lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I see beef jerky. And beef jerky can be really, really healthy. But how processed is it?
And how much sodium?
And how much sodium does it have in it? So when you think about how do you eat healthy for yourself, because, gosh, there's books about eat for your blood type. And that, I see the science behind that. But I think that when you want to make good food choices for yourself, of course, balanced, You know, portion size is a big thing. A lot of people say, you know, I've lost 15 pounds. I still eat what I used to eat. I just eat half of it. And if that works for them, that's a great strategy. I think if you need to figure out why you're eating and what you need from that. If you need lots of food, then eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruit. If you're more into what you eat and you can cut your portion size in half, then do that.
That's great advice. Do you have any, you know, when we see those images or we're walking down the street and we pass a pizza place and that smell just comes out, do you have any ways, any tips, I guess, to trick the brain into, you know, cruising on by so that we don't make that pit stop?
I know exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd cross the street.
Just keep your eyes closed.
Yeah, just remove that because it's everything. It's the visual, it's the smell, it's, you know, the emotional memories. Can you think of a bad time when you had a good pizza? No. I can't.
No, never. Anytime I'm having pizza, I'm happy.
Yeah. So I wish it was that simple.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to leave people with when it comes to, you know, choosing the right foods to fuel us?
Well, we actually do have one healthy food down here. And, you know, basically just dry roasted almonds. You know, they're not near as tasty as cashews or salted peanuts, but by far they're one of the healthiest things. So, and we have those there just to make the point that there are good snack foods that you can eat out there that are healthy.
Yeah.
Just know what works for you and eat with intent. Think about what you're going to eat.
Absolutely, Leigh. Thanks so much. If people have questions, I know we have the Brain Performance Center tagged up in the top, but if people have questions, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
Either just call the office, 817-500-4863. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.